And welcome
to Nightmare Nation,
the paranormal themed podcast where we talk about haunted places around the world.
And scary things.
And demons.
And ghosts.
And witches.
And seances.
And cults.
And UFOs.
And sometimes serial killers.
And all things scary, paranormal, weird that is unexplained.
Yeah. If it creeps you out and keeps you up at night, we want to talk about it.
Hell yeah, that's what we're here
kind
for.
of our thing.
It is.
We hope you're here for it too.
Well, if they're not, then they wouldn't be listening.
I mean, if you are still listening at this point and you don't like scary things, then I have to question your decision-making skills, right? Because there's so many other podcasts you could be listening to.
But they just like it because of us.
Well,
because we're freaking comedians.
Also, we provide drink recipes.
We do.
So that's a huge perk.
Craft cocktail cult.
Craft cocktail cult.
Except for last weekend. We just gave you seltzers.
But I feel like a recommendation is also valuable because here's the thing. With anything in life these days, as soon as someone has a good idea, 9,000 people have the same good idea.
Absolutely.
And there's so many things to choose from. And sometimes you just need a friend to tell you, hey, I've tried this one and I really liked it. And it's better than these other ones because of XYZ.
Exactly.
And then I don't have to go do all the digging for myself. It's like being able to check the horror movie reviews on IMDb. I don't have to waste my time watching half the movie before I decide I don't like it. I can just read what other people have said.
Precisely.
So
go drink those.
So go drink Press Hard Seltzer.
Also,
they're delicious.
We're drinking new seltzers. Bud Light came out with limited edition seltzers, and they're like summer flavors.
Yeah, it's a little early for summer yet, in my opinion.
Bit.
Minnesota's still a little chilly, although it was gorgeous today, friends.
It's beautiful.
It was like 60 degrees.
Ugh,
pretty nice. But
great.
One of these would be really good on like a hot 80-degree day.
Hell yeah. So we got a strawberry daiquiri, classic lime margarita, a watermelon mojito.
My current beverage of choice.
And a mango Mai Tai.
Delicious.
Yeah, they're super good.
I've now sipped all of them. They're
Yes.
quite good.
Because whenever we get a new flavor of seltzer, we have all four of us open one can, and then we pass it around. Do you think we believe in COVID? No!
Yes, we do! We just have other precautions.
Yes. So we share our beverages.
We're a part of our little friendships. By the way, us four means ourselves and our husbands.
Yes.
By the way, I'm Annie.
Hey, what's up? I'm Anna.
And we are in our own little COVID circle. We have not gotten sick thus far. We hope you haven't either. Yeah, Anna's knocking on wood currently.
Gonna knock on wood real quick.
Yeah. So that's what we're drinking.
Yes.
Have you watched any horror movies lately? Honestly, like I haven't watched anything scary in the last like week or two.
No, because we now have CBS turned into Paramount Plus.
Oh, yep.
So I have been watching NCIS because they have all the the later seasons. So I watched that all week, and then at night we've been binge watching Ink Master because fucking Ink Master
is the shit.
Is phenomenal.
How far are you?
We are on season 9. I think the shop one.
I think that's where we paused. We finished season 8 and then we took a break and switched to MasterChef, but we're going back to Ink Master at some point.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's a battle of the shops.
Oh, so like different tattoo shops and like their teams of artists against other shops.
Yeah, so it's a pair from a shop, but then they have pairs from previous seasons.
Of course,
that come back.
Of course, I like how every season has to have like a theme.
Yep.
It can't just be artists going against each other and competing.
They gotta keep it different.
Yeah, I mean, Anders and I talk about this all the time with like cooking competition shows too. It's like whoever got in on that first season was so lucky because it was all super basic, and then every other season they have to just up the bar and they're like, you think that challenge was hard, like,
well, wait for this.
And they just, everything gets so much more just intense and ridiculous, and I'm like, man, those people in that first season got so lucky.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Ink Master's good. Yeah, I don't have any good, like, horror recommendations right now, which is just so unusual for me. I've usually watched at least, like, 3 or 4 movies per week that I could talk about for hours, and I've got nothing.
Yep.
So.
I'm just not on the horror kick right now.
No. But you know what is on the horror kick?
Our podcast.
Our podcast.
Because we're going somewhere tonight.
We're going somewhere spooky.
Aren't we going to the south tonight?
We are.
Where are we going tonight?
No, we're going to Connecticut.
That's like east.
It's definitely not south.
East. not south.
Definitely not south.
I'm thinking of our other one.
But it is east.
It is east.
Yep.
Up in that east little
we're
tiny
recording
place.
back to back, you guys.
Yeah.
So if we get confused, that's why. So what we're talking about tonight is the Bara-Hack settlement.
Heck yeah.
Which is super fascinating because it's one of those bizarre little like ghost town places that popped up real long time ago in the 1700s, 1800s, and then got abandoned.
Yep.
But the structures are still standing.
It's just so weird.
I want to go live there.
Right?
Do you want to move in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's flip one of the houses and just make a cute
Just
little
live in the goddamn
old-timey
forest.
cottage in the forest, and we'll
Yes.
like hunt and gather our way
We'll
through
be
life.
like when Leslie Knope is trying to turn butter in her little village to see who lasts longer.
Exactly. I love that episode.
It'd be perfect. Although I don't want to wear a hoop skirt.
No, let's not. We can wear our
pants
yoga pants and
okay,
leggings.
that sounds perfect.
But we're just going to live in like a cute little old-timey cottage in an abandoned settlement.
Okay.
And we'll be best friends with all the deer and squirrels. And it'll be great.
We're going to be like Snow White.
Exactly.
She's the one who likes all the animals.
So we don't have to clean then either because all the animals will do it for us.
Oh my god, that sounds fantastic.
It's sounding better and better.
Yeah, because I hate cleaning.
I know.
It's a burning passion.
So Bearhack
Tell me.
is, like I said, a settlement in Connecticut. My sources are Wikipedia, atlasobscura.com, digginghistory.com, and wordpress.com.
Hey!
Do you have that one
Yeah,
too?
I have him too!
So, yeah, I have literally zero clue how to pronounce it. I'm very sorry, Endrichak, whoever you are. He's apparently a resident in the area, and so he was talking about the settlement and his experience living in the county or something like that. So that's where that came from. So also known as the Lost Village or simply Bara-Hack, it is located in a hilly area surrounded by many brooks and streams. Voices and other sounds tend to carry for miles in these areas. So it's very quiet and the water makes all the sounds carry, I guess. So in the area, there are still today working dairy farms and hobby farms in Pomfret, which is the area that Bearhack is in, and it is part of the Last Green Valley, which is a 35-town National Heritage Corridor in eastern Connecticut and south central Massachusetts.
Oh, dang.
So basically, it's this kind of undeveloped green area. It's stringing together all these small towns, and it's part of I don't know what a National Heritage Corridor is, but I'm assuming that means it's got historic significance, and you probably need special permits to, like, build a new city there or do things. So Pomfret is a rural area.
Rural!
Did you see that? I didn't even stumble over it. Rural area. And as such, almost everyone in the area has dogs or other farm animals. Much of Pomfret and Windham County, like I said, is part of that National Heritage Corridor. Much of the land is protected from development. Cool. There are coyotes, fisher cats, bobcats, black bears, and recent sightings and tracks from mountain lions.
What are fisher cats?
I have no idea. That's a great question.
That's really strange. I've never heard of those
You
before.
should Google it.
That's what I'm doing.
A common sign of a predator being in the area is an absence of normal forest noises, a strange stillness devoid of sound.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, look at them!
Oh, I want one!
Oh, they're so cute!
It looks like a mongoose bear cat. What are you?
It's so cute!
I want one.
Oh my god.
It's super cute. So, yeah, just kind of setting the stage for the area that we're in. Lots of predators, very undeveloped and not at all urban. It's quiet and yeah, you get the picture.
Yeah.
So down
Sounds
an old
perfect.
down an old cart path in the woods of the Ragged Hills section of Pomfret lie the remains of the small community of Bearhack. Although it was abandoned over 125 years ago, this village of ghostly voices still welcomes its share of curious visitors, which Anna will talk about in a minute.
Heck yeah.
So around 1970, Obadiah Higginbotham.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, that's a fun name.
That makes me think of someone like making fun of someone really fancy from England. Like, oh, Mrs. Lord Featherbottom Fancy Pants or something. And they came, like, Higginbotham sounds like someone making fun of...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's his name. Obadiah Higginbotham. And Jonathan Randall, a lot easier to pronounce, both relocated their families from Cranston, Rhode Island, to the unsettled forest in Pomfret. In honor of their shared Welsh heritage, they named the new settlement Bara-Hack, which means breaking of bread in Welsh.
Oh,
so cute.
That's neat.
They broke bread together.
Oh.
One source suggested that their migration occurred at a time when the British were battling along the Rhode Island coast, so they were just fleeing. The story goes that Obadiah was a deserter from the British Army, so he may have been stationed nearby and met his wife, Dorcas, there.
Oh, what an unfortunate name.
Her name
Dorcas.
was Dorcas.
Oh, no.
Which makes me giggle a little bit because one of the characters in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, her name is Dorcas, and I remember being like, they have to have made that name up for the show. Like, it's so silly. And I'm like, okay, apparently that was an actual name.
I guess so. That's
Someone else
really
was named
weird.
Dorcas. Spelled with a C, C-A-S.
Yeah.
It's not certain, but it's believed that there may have been some sort of familial connection between the two families because there is a Randall-Botham cemetery in Pomfret. So, like, Randall-Botham, and one of them was Higginbotham, and the other one was Randall. So, the Randall-Botham cemetery may have been some sort of...
Mesh
of the two familially.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to pretend I understood that.
That made sense in my head. Okay, so at least two of their daughters and Dorcas are buried there. Phoebe, who died at age 19, and Rhoda at age 30. Dorcas died at the age of 100.
Dude, that's like unheard of back then.
That is like the same as being 200 today.
Holy shit.
I don't understand what she ate or did.
Anxious.
Like, tell me.
Anxious? Ancient.
Or probably anxious, too,
I mean,
about
probably,
how old she was. I want to know her, like, diet and lifestyle that let her live to age
Seriously.
100 in, like, the 1800s.
Right?
It's craziness.
It's ridiculous.
According to, so I think this is a book. It's quoted a couple times. According to early homesteads of Pomfret and Hampton, the Randall family was quite well-to-do and had many slaves whom they brought with them to Connecticut. Some of the slaves are said to have been buried in the family burial grounds. Burial! This is, I think, a website. Find a Grave only lists 9 graves, but perhaps many of the graves are unmarked or have never been found. So, slaves buried in the area as well. After moving to the area, Obadiah built a water wheel and small mill along Nightingale Brook, where he and Jonathan operated a business known as Higginbotham Linen Wheels. So they made flax wheels, which are what we would know today as a spinning wheel, and sold them to neighboring towns. Over time, Bearhack would grow into a tiny village that included not only the initial structures that Obadiah had built, but also fine family homes, slave quarters, and a community graveyard. Legends grew within the town, including tales told by the Randall family slaves of a ghost baby who could be seen reclining in a nearby tree. Obadiah had also built a cabin for his family on a bluff above the stone bridge that he had also built, so he's just building shit left and right.
Perfect.
According to that book that I mentioned earlier, quote, "The walls and cellar of this house show the finest workmanship. There was a great stone chimney in the center, which the elements have never disturbed. Near the broad south door stone remains the old well and leach stone where the ash barrel stood for leaching the lye Dorcas used in making her soft soap. The fields he cleared and cultivated lie open upon the sunny hill."
I feel like I didn't comprehend anything you just said.
The chunk in the middle was a bit fuzzy. I got the part about the chimney and the sunny hill. I don't really know what leach stone is or what an ash barrel is or how Dorcas made her fancy craftsman soap. I'm assuming
Sounds
it
like
was
with
high
lye.
quality. Yes.
Shouldn't be making soap with lye, friends.
Really?
I don't know. Isn't lye like...
I have no idea.
I know. What is that fish?
Lutefisk.
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 It's a chemical.
Yeah,
right?
It was used as a preservative at one point.
Lye is a metal hydroxide traditionally obtained by leaching wood ashes or a strong alkali which is highly soluble in water, producing caustic basic solutions.
Well, there you have it, friends.
So that's your science lesson for the day.
You are so smart now.
Didn't comprehend any of that. Don't know what it means.
But now you know what lye is.
Figure it out.
So Dorcas made soap with it.
All right.
So Obadiah's land and home were passed down through the generations, but at some point the family name was shortened to just Botham instead of Higginbotham. It is said that as late as the Civil War, sheep still roamed the pastures and were washed at shearing time in the mill pond behind the stone bridge. How picturesque.
Beautiful.
The Randall house, like Obadiah's, was handed down to succeeding generations. So in 1840, George Randall Jr. manufactured shoes in a shop next to the house. The shoes were marketed in nearby areas, and they employed several people. But the last Randall to live in the house was Betty Randall, who died in 1893, and she was also the last person to be buried in the cemetery. And basically, from this point on, the community of Bara-Hack faced hardships because many of the founding families, basically their last members had died, and there weren't really any jobs anymore. Economic hardships essentially drove the remaining residents away. So by some accounts, Bearhack was abandoned by the time of the Civil War. Definitely happened by the turn of the 20th century, but no one's exactly sure when they officially abandoned it. So, of course, the ruins have a reputation for being paranormal.
Yeah, they do.
So it eventually got closed down to the public due to an increasing influx of paranormal enthusiasts. So today it's private property. You can't go. If you want to go, stay outside of the no trespassing signs. Please be respectful. It's not open for the public.
No.
However, there are some stories. So because this place is private property, I don't have a lot of stories because it's private property, so people can't go on there and investigate to get these stories. But I'm sure there's a handful from before they closed it off.
Oh, there's such handfuls.
Several handfuls?
Several handfuls.
One might say?
All of the handfuls.
Multiple handfuls.
Yes.
Like an armful?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very generic.
That's okay.
Sightings.
Uh-huh.
The standard. So, my sources are atlasobscura.com. ConnecticutHistory.org and Andrikirikok.
Oh, that guy.
.wordpress.com. I apologize for not pronouncing your URL properly.
Mr. A name guy.
Andrikirikok.
I'm pretty sure we can probably assume his first name is like Andrik.
Oh, Andrik.
Maybe?
Andrikirikok.
Maybe the Y is his middle initial or something. I don't know. Thanks for your contribution to our podcast.
Thank you,
guy,
sir or
from
ma'am.
WordPress. Oh, yes, possibly ma'am.
I don't know.
Guess I'm not sure.
I'm not going to assuum your gender.
Let's not do
We
that.
are all inclusive.
We are... I don't know what I was going to say.
So,
chill, let's talk about some ghosts.
The ruins have developed a reputation among amateur paranormal investigators and believers for, did you guess it, being haunted.
What? Never.
Oh, weird.
What? Is that what we talk about?
That is exactly what we talk about.
No way.
There have been reported sightings of a ghost baby, like you said, a bearded face in the cemetery, and streaking lights and orbs.
Orbs.
Otherworldly noises have also been reported, including sounds of farm animals, which...
How is that otherworldly? There's farms in the area.
Exactly, and if sound travels, you're gonna hear the farm animals, people.
Literally, that was the opening description. It was like, oh, the area of Pomfret where Bearhack is located is very rural and has lots of farm animals.
Yep.
Like, how...
So
define an otherworldly farm animal sound.
Otherworldly farm animals.
I guess maybe if it sounded like it was coming right next to you or something.
Right.
But again, it's probably just more of a sound distortion thing because if the sound is traveling over long distances because of all the water and how quiet it is, then
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're farm animals, they're friends.
Ghostly cows.
Horse-drawn buggies, which, they could maybe have buggies in that area if there's an Amish community, potentially.
That's a good point.
But
I'm picturing a headless phantom driving a horse-drawn buggy.
That would be the headless horseman.
Way spookier.
Uh-huh. And long gone voices. Don't know what that means.
Like voices from another time?
Maybe. That's what I thought.
Maybe voices speaking in an old-timey English that's not...
our English.
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not fully sure.
It's just very vague.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Researchers have found records of the most common sightings of an infant apparition, like you said, reclining in a tree that was reported by slaves of the Randall family hundreds of years earlier.
Yeah, the ghost baby.
The ghost baby just chilling. It's like the, what the fuck is the baby in the tree nursery rhyme song? Cradle?
What? Oh, Rockabye Baby.
Rockabye Baby.
On the treetop.
When the wind blows, the cradle will drop. When the bough breaks,
the cradle will fall.
And down will come baby, cradle and all.
That's
what I thought.
I literally, until this moment, have never realized how fucking disturbing.
It's terrible.
Most of those, like, nursery rhymes are terrifying.
They are.
And about death.
Yep.
And horrible things.
Yep.
Oh my God.
They're not
like,
happy.
A baby falling out of a tree and, like, dying.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Rocking out of a cradle.
Oh my God.
Down will come baby, cradle and all. No. Just dead babies.
That's so sad. Maybe that baby in that tree is where the nursery rhyme comes from.
Oh, maybe. Just like Ring Around the Rosie is from the plague.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
So, if you guys didn't know that, it's about the Black Plague.
Surprise.
So that's fun. In 1971, Paul Eno, a student and paranormal researcher, visited the site with a number of colleagues. Eno reported seeing a bearded face. I think that's supposed to be hovering, but I wrote hovering.
Probably hovering.
Hovering over the cemetery for several minutes, as well as a host of other paranormal activities.
Such as?
They did not specify what other paranormal activities.
Well, Eno.
So.
What the hell?
Right?
Spill over the details.
Can you give me something else to work with here?
For real.
And then I found a little story of someone. So on August 30th, 1971, 3 Rhode Island parapsychology students visited Bara-Hack.
Wait, you're telling me that somewhere on this planet, someone can go and study parapsychology as like an undergrad degree?
I'm assuming yes.
That is cool. And I wish my college had offered parapsychology as an undergrad degree.
I would have gotten that as my undergrad degree.
How cool.
That'd be sweet.
Ugh, okay, sorry.
Perfect.
Continue.
So they were looking for evidence to verify whether or not the rumors of its haunting were true. They met with Harry Chase and went to the Lost Village. They encountered the following: a sense of depression when entering the area, constant barking of dogs, lowing of cows.
Again, normal. Yeah, no, like cattle lowing. It's like mooing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, those are very normal sounds. It's a farm area.
And I'm sure farms have dogs, so you're probably hearing the dogs from the farm.
Correct. Or like wild coyotes or things like there's lots of okay.
Animals out there.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Strange human voices. And a complete absence of birds. So they just hear no birds. Mm-hmm. Which I feel like is pretty unusual for being in the woods.
Yes, but it is a thing where if there are predators nearby, like all of the birds in the forest will go completely silent. Or if like there's a loud-ass human clomping around, like birds will sometimes stop singing. Kind of like when you hear all these frogs and then you walk by the pond and they all are just like, whoop, and they all shut up. I feel like I could very much see that just being like a normal thing.
Okay.
But, yeah.
You never know.
I don't know. It depends on time of day. Depends on where they are.
Yeah. So they explored for a couple hours and came back at night. They heard spooky voices coming from the Nightingale Brook. And they came back October 30th and 31st with more investigators. Yeah. They lost their way walking towards the burying ground.
Oh, burial ground?
It says burying.
Oh.
Burial.
Like the cemetery?
I'm thinking so.
Okay.
So the cemetery, even though they had already been there before, one of their new team members became frozen in place on the trail and could not be physically moved by anyone there towards the direction of the cemetery.
That's intense.
He was just stuck.
And someone else tried to move him
and he wouldn't budge.
That's creepy.
A little bit.
I don't know how else you explain that.
Nope. Unless you just go paralyzed for like half a second or have like a stroke or something.
Yeah, but then other people should be able to like help lay you down or something.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Not just stuck.
Oh.
So, That's all the haunting I have for you, friends.
Well, that's some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of farm animal sounds, but maybe they're ghost farm animals.
They could be.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can we prove that cattle lowing came from a live cow and not a demon ghost cow?
No, we
I don't
cannot.
think we can. We just have to speculate.
We do. Okay. And we can't go investigate because it's private property.
Well,
it is what it is.
Well, either way, it's a spooky, uninhabited place where I'm sure, even though it's private property, I guarantee there's people sneaking on all the time.
Oh, gosh,
possibly doing, like, seances or rituals of some kind. You know there's shit going down there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially late at night.
Oh, yeah.
The witching hour.
The witching hour.
Mm-hmm. So,
friends.
Our next.
The best.
Segment.
Ever.
So good.
So good. So, we're bringing you a cocktail.
We're actually bringing you a cocktail.
To our craft cocktail cult.
This is the Big Apple Manhattan.
And it looks so cute.
It looks so cute and so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to try
And I feel
this.
like we're kind of getting to that time of year where we're on the border of not really wanting to drink like fall themed drinks anymore, right? Like things with apples and like cinnamon and brandy. Like we're going to very soon be transitioning over to like
refreshing.
We're going to want like the mojito and the summery, the like hard lemonade type stuff. So this is a great one. I feel like it's a good transition drink.
Oh, it's going to be real good. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
But we're going to try it.
This week?
Yep. Well, I have to.
Oh, yeah, you
do. Gotta take a picture.
I will be in California. So.
I won't be. I'm so jealous. Take me with you.
Okay.
In your suitcase, please.
Okay. We are checking one bag, so if you can bundle up real tight.
I will try my hardest. No promises.
Don't suffocate.
That might happen. So.
Oh, God, we killed her. Damn it.
Dang it. Okay. So in your Big Apple Manhattan, in your shaker glass, you're going to put 2 ounces 2 ounces of rye whiskey, followed by 1 ounce of apple brandy. I suppose you don't really need to put this into a shaker.
You could probably just stir it in a little
make it
lowball.
like, yeah, it's going to be, okay.
Well, I guess you want like that. Yeah, okay.
This is going to be like an old fashioned.
Sweet.
So.
Even better. Less dishes.
Yes. Okay. Pour in your rye whiskey. 2 ounces. Then pour in 1 ounce of apple brandy. Stir around to dilute it just a little bit so it's not annihilating your face when you drink it. And then 2 dashes of Angostura bitters.
Delicious.
Followed by an apple slice for garnish.
Cool. So it literally is like an old-fashioned, but with more booze.
Yes.
Great.
It's perfect.
I love brandy, by the way.
Apple brandy is so good. Jay Carver's apple brandy.
Is it?
Prime.
Okay, we've discovered so peach brandy is probably like lowbrow brandy, right? Like it's not really fancy, expensive liqueur, right? But we've discovered that it's really good. Oh my God, what were we mixing it with? Oh, it was peach brandy and just Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Is like the fucking best.
Ooh, that
just like
real
simple.
Good.
Like if you're just talking about like straight up hard liquor and mixer, like that's it. We're so like vodka, Mountain Dew, like freaking. Peach brandy and Dr. Pepper was like the best thing I've ever had. It was delicious.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
That's so good.
That and apple Jim Beam mixed with ginger ale tastes like a caramel apple.
I was going to say
good.
Jim Beam honey, I think. We mixed it with Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
And that was real tasty.
Delicious. Also, yeah, sometimes you just want something simple.
Yeah.
You just want to mix something that's in the fridge and not think too hard about it. So friends, if you want to try that recipe, please do. And please let us know.
Hell yeah.
If you try it, let us know. And also, if you have any stories of anything paranormal or scary or unexplainable that have happened to you or anyone else you know, send them in to nightmarenation19@gmail.com.
Heck yeah, we want to know all about the things that you have experienced. Because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's
That's
scary.
Like our favorite part of this podcast.
The best. And we haven't had a story in a while. No. So give us something to talk about.
Get your shit together and send them in, bitches.
Or check us out on the Facebook at Nightmare_Nation19.
Or the Instagram at Nightmare.Nation19.
Let us know if you like the podcast.
Heck yeah.
Let us know if there's a place you'd like to hear us talk about.
Let us know.
We love suggestions.
Comment. Message us. We love talking to you.
Review, subscribe.
All of the fun things.
Heart, comment.
Everything.
Do it all. And if you don't, then I'll be so disappointed in you.
So disappointed.
But especially, the one thing you need to make sure that you do, or rather don't do.
Don't do it.
Is do not use a Ouija board or have a seance.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be stupid. Okay. It is not worth it.
No, we want to make sure that you live, so don't seance.
Yeah. I mean, technically, are you still alive if you're possessed by a demon? Probably, because the host has to be alive.
Yeah.
But it's not, you're not really in control of your life anymore, so is that really a good thing?
The devil is in control.
Yeah,
and you don't want him in control of your life. So
no, you don't.
It's not cool.
So don't have a seance.
Don't do it.
Use a Ouija board.
Yeah. Just be safe, okay?
Yep. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.